Hi, my name is Mark Page, and today I'm going to talk to you about the American International School of Dhaka's technology curriculum analysis. Although I'm new to the American International School of Dhaka, it was really quite nice to go through their curriculum documents before I arrived. And it's really kind of a nice trial run to see how good the documents are. Their curriculum really consists of three portions. There's the general philosophy, then there's the technology philosophy or guiding principles, and then there's the middle school and high school standards and benchmarks. The strengths of the curriculum is that, number one, it's online. It's really quite nice. It's all within their Moodle page, and it's accessible to everyone in the learning community, and it contains not only the technology curriculum, but all the curriculum for the school. Also, the languages within the documents are really easy to understand, making all members of the community having access to it. They're able to understand it and work with it. Another part that I really liked about it was that the guiding principles are descriptive in nature versus prescriptive, making it so the teachers can use their expertise in designing the lessons and the units. As you can see here, we have the guiding principles. There are 3 of them, and they're bulleted and easy to understand. Some of the weaknesses that I found is that there is dated references within the actual documents here. As you notice in the standards and the benchmarks, if we zoom in a little bit here, you'll notice there's references to things that we don't really use anymore, like CDs. Also, the language is very technical in nature. These are low-level skills, and are they really necessary to be in the standards and benchmarks? I'm not necessarily sure. You'll see that there are, talking about word processing, tab indents, and also there's references to more technical skills that most general population students are not going to ever have to learn about or want to learn about. For example, LANs and WANs and DSL T1 and T3 lines. I mean, these are things that most students will never ever use or need to know about and are not applicable to school. Also, what I found is that the standards and benchmarks can be very restrictive and confining for teachers. If they indeed have to go through and have all the students learn all these skills, that's a lot of material. And it also is going to limit what they're able to do, because they're going to have time constraints on them within the year. That means something has to be cut. My recommendation for AISD would be probably to go ahead and revamp the standards and benchmarks document, seeing how the general philosophy and the guiding principles are very well written. My recommendation obviously would be to use the AISD net standards and full adoption of them. That way they are K to 12 vertically aligned, and the scope and sequence is very open-ended, yet guiding enough that teachers can actually use their expertise in designing lessons that have more creative and critical thinking skills involved in them. If you're interested in learning how to use Google Screencast like I just used for a presentation, here's a link that you can use. I'll just leave it up for a second. And I hope you found this presentation informative.